Hi, nice and early. I shall be joining you shortly. Good evening. Happy Wednesday. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Heather. Sarah, Trudy. Welcome. Come on in. Get comfy. Hello, 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 hello. Well, what a day. What a day that was. I've been looking forward to this. Hi, Alison. Hi, Margaret. Ruth, welcome. Happy Wednesday. Hello. Got a little bit of a shadow there. Let me try and correct that. Hopefully that's a little better. It's got a bit of a spotlight on it, hasn't it? Yeah, that's a bit better. Good. Hi, Dale. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We've just got a couple of minutes. Let people come in. What's been happening today? Not a huge amount, really. Been playing with some top secret stuff. Just to help a friend. Bessie contacted me. Here she is. Bessie, hello. We're going to go on a bit of a road trip on Saturday. I'd like to tell you where and when, but I can't, just in case, because somebody might be watching that we might want to surprise. So there you go. We're not saying anymore. Hi, Philippa. Hi, Sarah. Usually on date night Wednesdays, but you've got COVID. Oh no, there seems to be a lot of it back about again. It's Sunday, is it? Ah, it's Sunday. It's not Saturday. Blow, I thought it was Saturday. I might have to rethink the strategy on that one. I'm sure it'd be okay though. Hi, Trina. Hi, Rob. Good evening, young man. Oh, bless you. Sarah, poor thing. Little cuddles. I won't give you a big cuddle because I don't want to catch it. Eileen. That's all right. No problem. I should be okay, Jules. I just need to get back in time for dinner is all, really. I'll let you know, I think, is the best one for that. I thought it... Blow. I thought it was Saturday. Hi, Anne. Hi, Danielle. Welcome. Thank you. She's the bestest Bessie. That's what you have bestest Bessies for, isn't it? Hi, Deirdre. Hi, welcome. What's the weather like in the Netherlands at the minute? It's been a bit cloudy here, a bit dark today. Which is probably why I have been looking forward to this. Put my tea down out the way. Right, well, some people had a guess at a masterboard. Well, I don't suppose it's dissimilar, actually. But this is direct in my journal. Sally, happy Wednesday, me duck. Yeah, this is straight in the journal. So I thought we could have a bit of a play with sprays. There's lots of different ones out there on the market. Let me put that down a minute and we'll get the craft mat out. And we've got the Bestest journal. It's my busy one. Now there's a nice double page. Let's do that. Just while I wait another minute for everybody to catch up, I'll go and get myself a couple of little bits and bobs. There, I need some paper. Oh, cloth. Need a wipe. It's always a rush when I get back from seeing Meg on a Wednesday. I've still got... Let's see if we can get rid of that shadow. There, I might have to get a new light. Now I've moved. It's upset my lighting system. I'm going to put a bit of paper under this side and another bit the other side. It doesn't usually go through, but just to be safe, it's a good idea just to get that started. Thumbs up, everybody. Thanks, Ruth. Yeah, thumbs up. This spotlight's really annoying me. That's a bit better. Try not to move it too much. Right, so how are we going to start? There's lots and lots of sprays on the market, lots of different inks. I'm going to use a mix of distress sprays and oxide sprays. So I've got saltwater taffy, scorched timber, carved pumpkin, rustic wilderness, and fossilized amber. And like I say, it's a mixture. If you're using distress oxides, remember to give these a good shake. I'm going to start with this one because it's in my hand now. All I'm going to do is have a quick squirt direct to my page. Got some tissue in case I need it. The next one is carved pumpkin because we're going autumnal. Yes, why not? Bit of saltwater taffy. Good evening, Rachel. Christine, hi. Philippa, welcome. Hi, Michael. Cheryl. A little bit of pink. This can take that sharpness off the orange sometimes. And a fossilized amber to really brighten it up. So on this, we can give it a squirt of water to help it blend and mix. So I've got a water sprayer. Now this is a real wet page now, but this can take it. So I'm just going to get any big puddles up and out the way, like we've got down the centre here. That will feed through if you're not careful. Close the book. Well, yeah, you could, but it's going to dribble everywhere if you do. We can have a bit of drippage and a bit of blend. That's not a problem. Just wiggle it about a bit. going to keep that centre a little clearer. Lovely. Not quite to Lisa's level, but it stained the paper beautifully, so now it's a long drying time. Going to help it along. That's better. Quite liking that now. Good evening, Sheena. Hi, Teresa. Oh, bless you. Here we go. Drying it off. Lovely autumnal colours. And the nice thing about using oxide and distress together is one is translucent and the other one is opaque, so you get almost a matte and shiny quality to it. Yep, that's good. It's drying off now. That's one quick way of getting some ink down on your paper. Hi, Sue. Oh, no. Here we go. So we're working on layers, much as you would for a masterboard, so you could use this exact same technique for your masterboards too, if that's what you want to do. Any sprays would work, Chris, or mix some of your own if you've got re-inkers and a spray bottle. There's lots out there on the market to choose from, lots. You like that blob it down, do you? Yeah, it's real technical, Sally, really technical. We're nearly dry. That's it. That'll do for now. That warms the room up. So now I've got a stencil. This is a Tim Holt stencil. And it's number 56. 056. I do like this one. So I've got a wet wipe. So it might not lift it very much because we've used a lot of water on it. Oh, it's doing something, that. So I'm just blotting that through for now. We'll dry that off and then it should show up a little better. So then we're going to go here too. This will show up so much better if you were to brush your inks on first. But I quite like this broken ink effect. So I don't mind it not showing up too much. It'll show up, just won't be very, very strong. But it adds to the layers. Circles, yeah. Oh, that's a surprise, isn't it? Me using circles, whatever next. Evening, Tracy. Oh no, I don't know what that's all about. Wet wipes tend to be perfect for it. I don't usually use wet wipes, but when I'm using this technique, I do use them all the more. So now it's actually reacted with the areas mostly saturated by the oxide sprays. But there is a very soft circle effect underneath there. Now then, let me have a quick look at my reference picture that I've made. It's likely to come out really different, but that's life. Just getting my picture out now. There it is. Trying to work out what I did next. Ah, yes, that's correct. So with the same stencil, I'm going to add some therapeutic purple. So this time I'm going on to the hard box inks, and this is Distress Oxide Villainous Potion, just for that kick of real bright colour. That's really strange, isn't it, with the comments? It is odd. Right, let's take some of that off, then I can go in. I'm going to add a real boost of colour. I love the contrast with this purple. Look at that. And then therapeutic purple. I think purple's really therapeutic. Gives you a kick, a boost. People have been telling me I need therapy. I think they're trying to be horrible, but it made me laugh. Never mind. Sorry, I don't know why that just popped in my head, but it did. Oh dear. Yeah, I find purple very therapeutic. Sorry. Made me giggle, that did. So let's clean that off. I've got another dirty bit up there. Being as I've got a wet wipe here. It made me laugh. For years, yeah, for years, Jules, definitely. Tell you. Do they not think I already know that? Bless. There you go. Makes me laugh. Okay, right. Now we've got to remember we've got the book upside down. Probably do need it. I think you're right. Well, you know. Excuse me. It just tickled me. The way it was said. But there you go. Right, so I'm going to start stamping the layers. And this time I'm going to use the Ledger Script CMS 241. I'm going to use this smaller one. And I'm not going to use a block. And I'm actually going to ink up in Acorn. Yeah, it's terrible when I get the giggles, that's it. Scuffed all night long, that will last. So we can do, I like using them without the blocks on books because you get the bend, you know, so it don't matter. And you can give them a nice push. Lisa, I've been not using blocks in journals for forever. I think there's sometimes they just get in the way. You can't, because it's not a hard surface, you've got that bend. And it's nice just to have a bit of script. If you want like a second generation, the easiest way to do it is to just rub your ink pad on it, not tap it. And that gives you a second generation look. Not a lot of people know that. It's one of my top secrets, that is. Just swipe it for a second generation look. But you have to be brave. You have to trust the process. So that's our... I seem to have a bit of a runny nose. I hope I'm not coming down with a cold or something horrid. Now, shall we have circles, checks, honeycomb, or a combination? This is Mixed Media CMS 125. Which one shall we use? I think... Ooh, it's out the bag. Any more secrets? Well, I might divulge some more secrets. I'm going to go with the oxides again. Combination. Oh my goodness, you want a combo. Okay. Well, let's do some wild dotty bits. Oh, look at that. Lush. Lush, lush. I'm going to balance it this side. Nice. And let's have a bit of stripey. And this side, I think this time, I'm going to go with a little bit of scorched timber. Makes this very gentle. If you stamp it with the VersaFine Clair, it'll come out a lot stronger. But at the minute it's acting a bit like a second generation, which is fine by me. Let's put a bit of a stripe up there. Fab. There. That'll do. Pop them down. Next we have some leaf stamps, with it being autumnal and all that. And this time I probably will be using a block. Yeah, let's oh, I'm going to use that one first. I'm going to use a small block. If you've got to use one, use a little one. Do these backgrounds? Yes, they do come in a set. That's that background stamp. Oh, can't reach. They've all fell off now. This is one set, and it's quite an old set, so it loses its sticky every now and again. Let me try cleaning it. There you go. Yeah, that's one set. So there's quite a bit in there. Background stamps come as a set. Yeah. There is one that is decorated every other page. But this one's decorated. I missed that bit out. Oh, I haven't. There's that one we've done up. But that's dark, so I've got to save that for something dark. Do that one. So this one's fairly well full. Right, so I'm going to ink up with a combination of inks. I've got, for this one, frayed burlap, peeled paint. Let's start with the peeled paint. Pop that on first. Frayed burlap. Bit of that down this end. and then some wild honey. I love these little ink pads for this. Perfect for this job. Now I'm going to start in this corner, I think. So they're permanents. And we can change the colourways round several times. Too late, you paid. You paid what? Same again. I like this stamp. And we're just slowly building up the layers. Now you might not see them too well from there, but actually you'll see them when it's all finished. Love these little ink pads. So controllable for a change. Right, I'm going to turn it round for the next corner for this side. Let's have a different stamp this time, because we've got a whole sheet of them. Look at this lot. This one's called Leaf Prints 2 CMS 450. That's a nice one. That's it looks like a conker leaf. Don't ask me to name all these leaves, I can't do that. There might have been a time when I could when I was a kid, but not now. Beautiful. Love it. Dark tip around the edge. They are soft and very subtle. I'm sure you can see them. Can you see? Yeah, you can see them, can't you? I was a bit worried then you can't see them. So busy. Green leaf. I think there's you can get lots of different leaf stamps through different companies, so don't ever worry about what you use. You use what's right for you. I will never ever make you choose. Hopefully I try and keep it in mind that you might have different stamps to me, so hopefully you can find something suitable. Yes, it did look like a horse chestnut, you're right. I don't know what this one is. It's quite small, three leafed. That one's coming off the block actually down here. That's it. Lovely. It's a nice little leaf. There's a big one. That's a maple. That's got to be a maple. Thumbs up, buttercups. Oh dear. Sorry, I still haven't got it. I need therapy. I just don't know how true that is. Let's have a look down here. Oh, that's a nice one. So you can go as mad with the leaves as you see fit. I'm going to have another one then. That's nice. Woohoo! Okay, do I need another one? Do I need one more? No, I think that's plenty of leaf action on there. Put them out the way. And now I'm going to use some texture paste, because you just have to have a bit of texture, don't you? You just have to. Well, I'm confused. The one I ordered has dots printed in it. The one what that you ordered? The one you ordered has dots printed in it. Printed in it? Oh, that you've ordered a journal? Sorry, I've missed something somewhere. So this is just texture paste. Any texture paste will do. And the next stencil is this number 60 with the leaves. So I'm going to put some leaf action on top of this. Right. And I'm just going to spread that through. I'm not going to be too precious about it either. Nice scrapings. Perfect. And then before I clean that, we'll swap it round quickly and do the other corner again. I think I need a new paste. I think this one's going off. A bit like cream cheese, isn't it? There. Now that's going to get a good cleaning. That's going to be put in water. And I'm going to try and put the lid on that paste. It doesn't want to go back on. Let me just shift that a second. I need to get this clean. As clean as I can. This is just water. Lovely with cream cheese. There we go. That's better. If you don't clean that off, it'll stick permanently. Now let's make sure we got the book the right way up. Yeah, that's top and bottom. And I'm going to heat these leaves just to dry them off a bit quicker. It is A4, yes. It's a lovely little stencil. But if you've got, oh, you can use other stuff. There's loads of other leaf stamps and stencils out on the market. So I'm heating this, and in places it will bubble, but that's what I want. I want that texture. So I'm just going to apply some heat from underneath. I like that the colour's coming through as well. It's great, isn't it? Ooh. Do the other side. If you've got the dies, if you've got the leaf dies, if you cut them out of card carefully, you can make yourself a stencil. This is blistering up nice in places. Let's get the underside. Yeah, it's a good idea. It can save you a fortune. Right, now I'm going to pop that out of the way while it cools off. I quite like that that finish, that colouring, quite cool. Give me a sec. Wipe a mess up. I've got paint everywhere, ink everywhere. I'm wearing most of it. The mat's nice and clean though, I noticed. Swallowed my thumb, look. Talk about mucky pup. You could always fussy cut to make a stencil if you're feeling brave. Thin acetate, yeah. Or if you've got one of those machine scan and cut types. I haven't got one of them. Right, now I've got a plain piece of paper. This is watercolour, Pink Frog watercolour card. Quite nice and thick. And I'm just going to give it a blast. We don't need huge amounts. Just a little squirt, so to speak. This saltwater taffy. And then a little bit, shake this one. That's it, some drops. And again, we can give it a little squirt of water just to activate it all. Look at that. Cora like making a mess. Goodness me. Let's have a look. Let's see if we can dry that off a tad. That's it, Chris. Brushos, dinkles. You can put mica in it if you want sparkly stuff. It is a quick way to get a background done. Have a double dip because it's there. Why not, indeed? No, I had some. I bought some scrap paper over, I'm sure I did. I've put it safe. Nice. So I want a nice contrast. I want it quite dark because of what I'm going to use on it. So where's my scrap paper? There it is, underneath the book. Found it. Oh, only need a small amount of dinkles. Yeah. And brushos, you only need a little bit. And give it a good shake. How much powder would I use? It depends on the size of the bottle. If I had a bottle that size, I would probably use 2.5 mil. No, not that much. Probably one. It's start with a little bit and add to it slowly is the best way to deal with it. Right, I want some words, and I found these in my stash and I hadn't used them much. This is Noteworthy CMS 446, and I thought there were some really good tips and ideas on here. So let's start with believe in yourself. So I'm going to ink that up in Versamark. Now we can use any part of this card. I'm going to use that bit. And then I've got some gold, rich gold embossing powder. Let's try and not undo Elisa and get it everywhere. I did that earlier. I've already done that one today even. Right, so what else shall we have? Believe in yourself, we've got. Be you, the world will adjust. Don't adjust for anybody else. Just be you. Be wonderful you. Have I got one that says be kind? I might have. I'll have a look for you. Let's put this one more in that colour. Be you and the world will adjust. I couldn't be anything else. I really couldn't. Let's have a look, see if we've got a be kind. You do you. Look at that. You do you. We've got to have that on there somewhere. Let me pull that out. You do you. Right, so we've got that one. Focus on the good. Own your dreams. No, there's not. We can be fearless though. Let's be fearless. Some of these have never been used. Focus on the good. You do you. We've got to have that one. Be fearless. A lot of these are easier said than done, as you'll probably already know. Focus on the good. That's the one you wanted, isn't it? Be fearless. Focus on the good. I'm going to pop this one over here. Then we can use that bit to do that bit while we're at it. Yay! That worked. Be a rebel. I'm not very rebellious. Perhaps I should be. Let's have you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We want an odd number, I think. You do you. Let's have that over on that bit. That bit looks interesting. You do you. Put the lid on that before we throw it anywhere. Let's see if this is enough. Be a rebel. Be fearless. Some cracking words on this. Tuck it in. There we go. Let's try that for now. So I just need to heat set them and cut them out. Believe in yourself. Be you. The world will adjust. Be fearless. Wouldn't that be nice? Focus. Focus on the good. You do you. Nice. So let's chop them out. I don't want to be too precious about the cutout. One. Ooh, nice. My niece is in Disney World, Florida. Keep sending photos, rat bag. It's a long time since I went there. Most of it wasn't built when I went. Gosh, what year did I go? 1983. And they were just building the Epcot Centre. No, not the Epcot. Yeah, No, the Universal Studios bit. Great fun. It's the first time I'd ever been abroad. Oh, Sally, you must be so excited. That's where my niece is going next. She's going, her son lives in a town in Tasmania. So I think he's going to go on holiday and meet his mum on the mainland. And I think they're going to do a bit of touring. It's going to be fab. Be fearless. I love this one. Be you, the world will adjust. Oops. I don't want it too square, but at the same time, I don't want it too round either. Right, that's for recycling. Now we can finish these off. I've got a Posca pen. This is metallic violet to go with that purple we've put on. And I'm just going to carefully go around the edge. Try not to smudge it too much. One. This is lots easier than matting and layering. Two. Oh no, they're here. Enjoy, Lynn. Have fun. Two. We've got family all over the blooming place. Like to spread out. Good night, Lynn. Have fun. See you soon. Here we go. Nearly done. There. So there's our words. Shift that out of the way. Get our book back. Oh. I have some little pads, little sticky pads, but before I put them on, I've got one more job to do. I found my old treasured brass, and this is wax, non-tarnishing wax, gilting wax, for all sorts of things. And it is old and it is dry, but with using a brush, it means I can then tickle over these leaves for a bit of shine. Oh, I love the smell. Wax. Bye, Dylan. Good, I'm glad you loved it. I'm so pleased. So I'm just adding just a little bit of sparkle This is quite old. It's quite dry. I think it's about 13 years. I can't remember. Bessie, have I been crafting 13 years or 14 years? I think it's 13, but it might be 14 now. I think it was about November we actually went NEC and I bought my first stamps. Let's have a little bit. Hopefully you can see that sparkle. Turn it round and I could do the other side. We're nearly there. You've done so well. You've been so well behaved. It was a bit before that. It was a little bit before that. It was definitely in November when we went to 13. Yeah, I think it's 12 coming up 13 years maybe. Gosh, lots have changed in that time. What were my first stamps? Gosh. Well, there was a Lavinia stamps. I think it might have even been the wildflower. I'm not sure. It was early on. So, and I had some clarity stamps. And I found Tim Holtz straight away. So that was always a thing for me. So some Tim Holtz stamps. Yeah, there's a few. So hopefully, there we go, a bit of shine on there. Right, let's find our words. Here we go. Let's focus on the good. Pop them on. And we'll have one in the middle. Take these little sticky bits. I need some more of these. I need to go shopping. I do need to go shopping, Jules, so I think I'll have to go. Let's put that there. Focus on the good. Be that first one. Believe in yourself. That's always a good idea. Have a bit of self-faith. You'll help me go shopping. And what am I supposed to go shopping with me, duck? There's critical things that I need. So where we're going to put this one? Let's put that one over here. Believe in yourself. I think I'm going to have that one there. You do you in the middle. Be fearless. I love how these all stick to your thumb. Getting them on a card is real tricky. Wow. You made your Santa tag. How cool is that? Came in a case. Yours were Anita stamps. Came in a case with a heat gun included. Wow. 25-year-old heat gun. How cool's that? I know what I did buy the first time out, and that was lots of distress inks. That's when I started saving my distress inks. Yeah, I'm going to put that one up there. Lots of distress inks. I think back in those days you weren't allowed to buy it unless you put it on your shopping list. I learnt pretty quickly that that rule don't apply when you start looking. I've never heard of any stamps. Stampendous. Papillon. Oh yeah. Gosh. I remember standing watching Barbara Gray with my mouth open, I think. She was amazing. Never seen anything like it. Well, apart from what my Bezier had shown me on a video. There, let's put that one there. There's one or two others we watched as well, but I didn't have such a good time with them. Got shouted at one for knocking off samples onto the floor, and I hadn't. The lady that was stood in front of me knocked them off when she turned to leave. I got the blame for that one. Feel like a dinosaur now. You do you, Adele. There, right. About there. Honestly, what are you guys like? I've got some paper in here already, so all that's left to do is to get scorched timber oxide, and we'll give the edge a tickle of dark ink just to bring your eye in. I've got some on wooden blocks. I think this one needs re-inking. When my Bezier took me NEC, it took us nearly half a day to get up and down the first aisle. The choice was unbelievable, and the number of businesses that were there was outrageous. I was blown away, I really was. Let's do the other side. I can't remember if Visual Image were there, Jules. I can't remember if they were. I don't think I'd have ever have dreamt that I'd have been working there when I first went. I'd become part of that community, but I did. Did it for quite a while too. Oh, Hobby Heart was there. Definitely Hobby Heart. Say again, your ear fell out. Put your hearing aids in, Mrs. Visual Image just says, I'm not sure if Visual Image had, were there back then on that first one. There. One page of uplifting autumnal double pager. So autumn's all about clearing out of the old and bringing on the new. So let's celebrate the changes that are good for a change, and enjoy your crafting. Have a play. I've got a few visible image stamps, but not many, but I do like them both. Helen and Mark are lovely people. You made potato style. That's what I remember doing. We did that too. I used to engrave slate off the old milk shed roof. They changed the roof and I managed to rescue some of the slates, and my brother and I used to engrave into them. It was great fun. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Look at the time. Way, we've been an hour exactly. I do hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll give it a go. Get yourself a journal if you've not. If you haven't got a journal, this will work as a masterboard, and there's nothing stopping you from putting hole punches in and making a journal out of loose pages. Oh, Sally's just reminded me we need sneaky peeks. We need sneaky peekies, do we? So we've got coming up at the moment, we've got Christmas 1 and Christmas 2 pre-recorded videos on, and it is the 11th. We've got a Facebook Live workshop. Now that's autumnal too, so we've got, this is an alternative. This isn't necessarily what you're going to do. I'm going to sweep to in front of the camera. I'm teasing you. Shall I sneak another one? So another sneak. A sneak. Ooh, look at that, poppies. We like poppies. Another one. And one more sneaky peek. You want one more sneaky peek? So there are 2 projects. It is roughly a 2-hour long class. And a bit of a scene. There you go. Sneaky peeks. Oh, you got a better look at that one then. So that's what's coming up. Each workshop is £10. So whether it be the Christmas 1, Christmas 2, or the live workshop coming up on the 11th, it'd be lovely if you can join me. But until then, have fun, and I'll see you all soon. Take care now. I hope the rest of the week's kind to you. Bye. Little Tinker, me, don't know what you mean.